Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Divinity Original Sin. Alright, so I have sold some things. I have a new amulet, bartering, but I'm only going to equip that when I go sell things. I do have some new armor, so that should help Almandretta quite a bit. Medora has a new helmet. It's actually the same defense as her old one, but +1 Constitution, +1 Perception, and +1 Leadership. The Constitution is pretty nice. The old one had +2 Initiative as well, so a little missing out on that. Does kind of suck, but it's okay. I did get a new bow for Almandretta as well. Does more damage and 10% chance for knockdown status. So that's pretty nice. I think most of the rest has stayed the same. I did also send a bunch of stuff that was in this backpack to the homestead. Like I had 24 logs, which were like 20 pounds or something like that, give or take. So now, rather than being like 5 pounds below max, I'm now you know. Not half, but it's reasonable. I believe that is the armor that... Is that the armor I had, or is that the armor that Bear Daughter had? I think it's the armor Bear Daughter had. I need to sell it. But we'll sell it eventually. Alright. Unfortunately, I'm playing this game in a bright room, and the game does not always... like it when I play it in a bright room. Let's see, I think we've opened that one already. Where's the way out of here? So we'll head back to Hyberheim, but we really should be exploring this area first. There's an injured creature called Alfie down there. That blood is leading over there. I kind of think that I want to get to the village first, though. Hey, some Stardust herbs. There we go. They really don't weigh very much, so. A beehive. Can I look at it without, Yes, I can. Nothing there. Alright. There we go. I'll need to look around to see if there's any other containers or anything that I've missed.
Goddess, halt! Who goes there?
First, you have some scrolls. Never mind. A source hunter.
In that case, you can rest easy, Hunter. There is no source to be found here. Only the glory of Immaculate.
I'm gonna be sick. What is this place?
Why, it's Silverglen, of course. Once the abode of miners. Now the abode of the faithful. We have traded the search for silver for the pursuit of divinity. I'm sure this sounds strange in what are strangers' ears, but you must know that but a short while ago a frightful sickness felled us by the dozen, until she who speaks for the goddess brought us a cure.
Was it some sort of red stone?
She showed us how we may overcome the frailty and even the decrepitude of our mortal bodies. That is why we now live a life of devoutness and civility, so that we may become immaculate.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I suggest you talk to Father Loic if you want to learn more about the ways of the goddess. Be welcome, therefore, to Silverglen. Blessed be all immaculates.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
May the goddess guide you through the forest, keep you safe.
There's something fishy about this place.
You don't say.
The Immaculates here seem to be a friendly enough bunch.
Seem being the operative word. Let's remain vigilant.
Yep. I heard Arhu. Where are you? I don't know where you are, Arhu. There's also containers that we'll be searching. Is that...
Over here, Hunter. It's me, Ahu.
Yeah, no, okay. Also, he's not back in Syceal right now.
Source Hunter. You've made it into the hamlet of Silverglen, I see. Unnerving spot, don't you find? Leandra has fashioned herself a hero here, but the townsfolk don't seem to know the truth behind the conduit, though they call themselves Immaculates.
Hold on, Arhu. I'm looking at your stuff. That looks pretty nice. I do like that. Lockpicking, crafting, and dual wielding would be pretty good for what's his name? But I think that's about it, really. That is worthwhile. Let me see. Keep that. Keep that for now. Strength doesn't matter. Because that is a ring that Medora did have. But it's only level 4, so. I am still using a level 3 ring. Wow. I mean, it's pretty good. Alright. There goes a lot of money. It hurts. You don't have any good skills, do you? No, nothing that I care about right now. Alright, there we go. Let's see. Let me spill blood for thee, O Holy One. Well, that doesn't sound good. Since you've been scouting the place, perhaps you can tell me where I should start looking for shady goings-on. What do you make of these Immaculates? Why are you walking about Silverglen in your cat form? Let's start with the first option.
They're thick as trout, if you ask me. And
Trout thick?
unnaturally obsessed with ancient teachings. I haven't seen Leandra here myself, but she must have put on quite a show of magical mastery to enthrall a crowd of shaggy miners. To have them hop on the bandwagon of a shadowy religion wholly alien to them.
Which ancient teachings do you mean?
Haven't you heard them whisper of the blood? How their eyes shine when they discuss certain stellar stones? Star stones, of course, which drenched in blood become bloodstones and are used in healing rituals. Now, I can see how it could be a fantastic thing to nurse a dying human back to health, if all it takes is to sacrifice a toad. But I spy bloodlust in these people's eyes. A bloodlust that goes beyond the usual meaning of the word.
Maybe they're just in love with blood pie.
They all act like they're following a benign goddess that will lead them to paradise. But I'll be a dappled Dalmatian if any of that is true.
Aw, who's a good puppy? Since you've been scouting this place, perhaps you can tell me where I should start looking for shady goings-on.
I've been shadowing the local priest, a man by the name of Loic. I have the feeling he knows more than most in Silverglen, for I've followed him in the night when he meets with cloaked strangers, and goblins even.
Goblins? That's terrible.
Mangoth, Hyberheim. Of strange things I've heard him whisper. Yes, this priest has shady goings-on written all over that smug, holier-than-thou face of his.
Well, maybe we'll stab it one of these days then.
But we must start at the beginning, Source Hunter. The White Witch is still at large. If we want to get to the true heart of Leandra's doings, we must start with her sister. And she's far likelier to be in her cabin among the trees than here among Leandra's followers.
Yeah, I've been over there already. Why are you walking about Silverglen in your cat form?
The advantage of being a puss, my friend, is that one can pussyfoot. A white-haired wizard draws attention, but a cat can move about unnoticed and, indeed, unseen.
I don't know about unseen, but okay.
Not that I'm not extra wary of these bloodsuckers, though. There's a conspicuous absence of pets in this eerie little town.
Yeah, I mean, someone might say, hey, it's just a cat. Let me go ahead and sacrifice them to heal up someone, heal up a person. And then where are you going to be, Arhu?
The Immaculate's presence here is highly disconcerting. But we mustn't lose sight of our mission, Source Hunter. The White Witch resides somewhere in the wilds of the surrounding forest, and we must find her.
Yeah, eventually. Don't worry. Bye! There's another exit out here. And a portal. Let's go ahead and get the XP from that.
The world is not immaculate as yet, friend. Be wary. Be vigilant.
How about you be shutting up?
Welcome to as holy a sight as you'll find in this region, my friend. Immaculate greetings to you and yours.
I'll take my leave. Boy, the music out here sounds very, legendy. Alright, swap that over to you. So you have +1 intelligence already, but, we'll take that, +9 water resistance and swap it out for 17% earth and poison resistance, plus deflecting 10% of, melee damage as fire damage. Not too shabby. There we go. I'll hold on to this and give it to, like, Jahan, though. I think that's probably a good idea. Even if I do... Mine. All mine. So we'll be looting in a little bit, but let's check out like shops and things first. Nadia's shop. Alright. Oh, look at all of the things.
Hello and welcome to our shop. I am the son of the proprietor, Nadia. Please let us know how we can help you.
Oh, don't worry. I will certainly let you know how you can help me. You got steel bars. It's mostly just stuff. Here, I'll take that 5 gold right now. Tell me about yourself.
You've probably noticed that my mother Nadia and I aren't from around here. No. We traveled rather far from our hometown to plant new roots here in Silverglen. My father, Ben, his death was somewhat mysterious, and we've traced the puzzle back to this little settlement. My mother will have plenty to say on that subject, if you're interested.
I will definitely talk to her about it, but tell me about your mother.
Ma's a bit intense, to be sure. Set in her ways, but fiercely loyal to the family. Help her out and you've got a friend for life. Cross her, and you'll be better off skipping town. Not that that'll stop her from cursing your line for the next 1,000 cycles of bendies.
Alright, and what about Ben?
My father was a good man, equal in character to his wife. His death nearly destroyed us, Ma and me. But now we're here, and we won't leave until we've held the proper parties accountable for their role in his death.
Okay, I'll take my leave. Nadia?
Farma Malbenita, a source hunter in Silverglen. I have traveled mile on top of mile to find help, and now help has, how you say, appeared from skinny vapors.
Yeah, exactly. So we'd lose out on 10% damage reflection, but we get fire and air resistance. And an air absorption shield. That's not too shabby. Sure, let's go for that. It's expensive. Ooh. Inflict burning on contact, dexterity, and telekinesis. Let's see. I'd lose out on perception. What about Bear Daughter? I'm not sure what burning on contact means. Does that mean someone that attacks her in melee? I mean, I already have dexterity and telekinesis. +1 speed is pretty nice. +1 willpower. It's not a great bow, though. Yeah, the fact that Bear Daughter already has dexterity and telekinesis makes me think that it's not super great. And I don't know that I want to, like, telekinesis. I got that on bracers, I think. Or actually might have lost that. I don't know. But losing out on perception, I don't think is worth it. But that is probably worth it. Let's go ahead and spend some cash. I'm going to be getting a lot of money soon as I loot this place and everything it has to offer. Tell me about yourself.
My story? Well, this is no small tale. I think perhaps you will be more interested in the, how you say, the short end of stick.
Excuse me?
I believe Lawrence, the leader of Mining Guild, tell my husband and many of other workers to mine deadly ore called tenebrium. Lawrence knew that this ore caused rot. Charming name, no? Yet ordered the miners to continue. Many men, my Ben among them, become the sickness. And now they, how you say, kick down the bucket.
You just say die.
Sickness, it is not normal. It kills swift and terrible, not unlike Source. My son Sebi and I travel from our home to find truth. But this has proven not so easy.
What can you tell me about your husband, Ben?
My sweet little Pomargo Vizago. My darling Ben. We got along like, how you say, peas and ferrets.
Excuse me?
But he here there is work, very well paid, in mines, clearing special rock from silver mine. So he leaves Sebi and I to come to Silverglen. We wait with hearts like stones for some months. And one day, we see familiar figure moving with strange steps on path toward cottage. We run to meet him and take him into our arms, but he collapsed at our touch. We help him inside and set him to rest. But he was in terrible condition. Each hour he grow worse, rot so fast we hardly recognize him after 2 short days. He slip away from us, and we bury him with much grief.
Oh, would you happen to know where he was buried? We just want to pay our respects. Yeah, just paying our respects, that's all. Tell me more about your son, Sebi.
When his father died, Sebi become restless. Being of the age, he joined army and go straight to front line. Though I was nearly old woman, I joined army as healer to be near and look after my boy. There we saw special legionnaire using strange weapon. And this legionnaire soon come to my tent with the same disease that killed Ben. I discovered the tenebrium ore in this weapon. It was the ore that killed them both. I come to Silverglen to discover truth, and here I find Lawrence, that arrogant man, conducts his business without apologize to any.
So you need help proving Lawrence knowingly encouraged the miners to handle tenebrium, huh?
Exactly this. Please, Source Hunter, you must help me prove that Lawrence made his workers to mine deadly tenebrium. For your help, I offer blessing from my homeland. Sevi mal successos, mi plantos rizzarbo kai tormenti via nepo sub ghiai branco.
I have no idea what you just said, lady.
Translation is difficult, but
thank you.
it means something
Do it
like,
anyway.
if you fail, I will plant cherry tree and haunt your grandbaby beneath branches. Good luck.
Thanks! I'd like to ask you some further
I
questions.
will do my best to give answers, Source Hunter.
How you getting along in Silverglen?
I have not found scrap of civilization among these apes. Sebil longs for heaping plate of my famous sire mule, but the local fairs support no fine food, unless squirrel meat inspire you.
What about moose and squirrel? Are they supposed to be Russian or Greek? I don't know. The thing that she said sounded more like Greek, but the accent sounds more like Russian. And of course, it's entirely possible that this is all just made up stuff. But still, like they seem to be trying to invoke.
As for neighbors, well, those cultists would rather sacrifice supper to goddess than eat it.
Yeah, tell me about Lawrence.
May Zalmoxis strike him down, the murderer! I have one goal in Silverglen, to make him share in the suffering he caused. I am certain he has gained from making those miners take the tenebrium. Now I have only to prove it.
What do you know about Saren?
Nothing natural could cause such terrible disease at mere touch. If you ask me, I say dark magic. Maybe even source at its root. Fuck that foul thing!
You've seen rotten action then, and don't spit on my boots, please.
A terrible disease. It transforms flesh of living into flesh of corpse, while infected person still lives. Arms grow black and heavy, legs grow black and heavy, hair rots from scalp. Cielo helpo min! Oh, what memories I have.
Alright, I'll take my leave. Alright, so we have a little
illness,
quest there.
Rot. It sounds very much like the disease that came to Home Forest.
If the scum who infected your forest are here, we'll round up every last one of them. You can set your clock by that, lady.
Yeah, Medora's not wrong. But yeah. See, lots of things here. Level 16 mace. Level 9 claymore. I think the shears are useful for a few things. Some gold. There is a chest there. There's some shovels. Shields on the walls. Can't go in there. Alright. So, things that we can come back and look at a little bit later with a little bit of sneakiness. So we can use the furnace here. Apparently those are not stealing. I mean, I'm still gonna do this, like, off camera. Well, it'll depend. I'll probably do it off camera, or, something like that. I mean, there's gonna be some goodies. Maybe we'll do it on camera. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Either way, there's a lot of stuff to steal. Got some miners. Hello?
What do you have here? Nothing stronger than a glass of water for me.
Conduit's grace upon you, friend. Seek her and you should find salvation.
Oh, darling, I just know I could take you on a wild ride if
Couple
you
things
let
to
me.
steal.
They say a witch lives in the woods east of here. I've never seen her myself. One day the conduit will smite her.
I'll take my leave. Hello, Ruby.
Hi there, honey. You look like you're in dire need of some fun, and I'm just the girl to fun you.
I mean, yeah, if you want to play some Dungeons and Dragons, sure. Tell me a bit more about yourself.
No, sugar, that's a story for another day, ain't it? Speaking of, yours and mine has hardly begun. What say we get better acquainted upstairs? I've got all kinds of, details to share with you.
Oh, she's going to show me her character sheet. Can I ask you some questions?
Oh, go right ahead, sweetheart.
What's your take on Silverglen?
Darling, I don't hardly recognise this place no more. Everything's changed since those silly Immaculates came into vogue. The miners, they used to spend their last penny on a backwards glance from yours truly. But now, they'd rather pray than play. Ugh, I just don't understand it.
Well, what do you think about the Immaculates?
They just stand around and praise the so-called goddess all day long. I've no idea who she is, but apparently she gets her kicks from having blood sprayed all over her. Now, I knew
That's
a
kinda
girl
gross.
once was into that kind of stuff. Her clients used to call her goddess and mistress too, but there was precious little divine about her.
All right, I'll take my leave. How about you, Miner?
We're a mile away from the goblin camp beyond the canyon, but you can still smell them if the wind blows southward. Such vile things, those goblins.
All right, I'll take my leave. And what about you?
Wild,
They
right?
say a witch lives in the woods east of here, but I've never seen her myself. One day the conduit will smite her.
All right, bye. How about you, Raymond?
Every time you brighten my day, aren't your feet tired? Because you've been running through my mind all day.
Can I kick you in the crotch? Who might you be?
Me? I'm Ramon. I may not be a genie, but rub me right and I'll make your dreams come true.
Let's skip that. Mind if I ask you some questions?
No questions, please. Ramon does not ponder. He does not wonder. He only loves.
All right, well, then you can go do that someplace else. I'll take my leave.
Why don't you stay a while, darling? I just know I could take you on a wild...
Hello?
Goddess greetings, friend. Her greatness gave us fire, her greatness gave us earth, and my savvy brings you spells at the best rate in town. Come, give me your best offer.
Well, let's see what you got. Tectonic Spray is pretty interesting. 174 to 203 earth damage to all targets in a 45-degree cone that's 7 meters long. Creates an oil surface. Has a chance to petrify. 80% chance to set petrified status for 1 turn. 8 AP, though, and 12 turn cooldown. Deadly Spores. Launch multiple poisonous spores that each deal 135 to 149 poison damage. Each do anything 3 meters from impact. 100% chance to set poison status. Requires level 12. So we're not quite there, and I'm not sure if I have any master slots for Geomancer anyway. And I can summon Wolf as well. Then fire-wise, you got Explode. There's Fireball. Fire Absorption, Purifying Fire. Removes Burning, Frozen, Stun, Charm, Healing, and Shields. Avatar Fire, Immolation. Instantly set a target on fire, deals 102 to 125 fire damage. Wildfire, Smoke Screen. Let's see. You have a Boring Sarong, Bodybuilding Belt, and some wands that I don't really care about. All right, for now, go ahead and hold off on that. And Windermere? Are you Lady Windermere's lover?
Where the wind blows, the goddess breathes. Where the rivers run, the goddess weeps. How can I connect you to our eternal goddess, my friend?
By giving me all your stuff for free. Let's see. 15% earth resistance unlocks a fire absorption skill and reflects 15% of any damage as air damage. Let's see. Boring resistances. Resistance and hit points. Don't really care about the wands. Let's see. What do we have any master nether swap? Make 2 characters switch places. That requires level 12. Tornado removes surfaces from the battlefield, reveals invisible characters, and clears a warm, burning, and hastened. No damage, though. Anything else? Not really. Alright. Alright, well, that is 2 characters. There are, again, more containers in here for us to look at. But there is also a door. Let's get in here if I can find it. There it is.
No, I could take you on a
It is unfortunately extremely dark, and it's very dark in my room, and very very bright with the sun shining. It's a little difficult to see some things. But we have more things to loot, and a lot more people to talk to in here. But that is going to be for next time. See you then, everyone. Also, let's get over here. See you next time, everyone.